Hello guys, hello Arsenal fans. Guys, it looks like this Eberechi story is reaching a crescendo. We woke up this morning with yet another bomb from Fabrizio Romano that Tottenham Hotspur has jumped in yet again, and this time in full blast. They're busy in talks with SS Camp and possibly Crystal Palace, over the acquisition of Eze's signature. And from all indications, looks like Eze just want to play Champions League. That is the biggest draw card they have. And if Arsenal can't offer him, fails to offer him Champions League and the opportunity of his lifetime, then he's open to moving over to Tottenham. It will be a very, very, very big shame. However, hopes are still there. They said Arsenal is still there. Arsenal hasn't given up on him. The situation is that Arsenal wanted to offload some players first to raise funds and correct the books so that we don't, run foul of FIFA's and UEFA's financial regulations. That is why, hence the delay, but our interest hasn't really wavered, even though many reports also claim that Mane's recent new contract and the acquisition of Noni Madueke as well somehow seem to have cooled Arsenal's interest in the player. But, conflicting reports all over the place. But the bottom line is that Arsenal is still there. As at this afternoon, there are rumors again that Arsenal is about to finalize the whole deals with Crystal Palace. You remember yesterday we spoke about this as well. We spoke about this and the fact that Manchester City is also now interested in Rodrigo. So it's a shame. It's a shame. One just wishes that Arsenal could, finalize the deal once and for all and not give room for all these nonsensicals. And Abata knows how he does his own things. But the delay at times, I wouldn't like to start complaining again, but the delay at times, becomes very frustrating, because you put yourself in the boot of a player, even before he was approached, before Noni Madueke's scenario. Suddenly, Madueke is already playing for Arsenal Football Club, and the boy is still waiting for this and that and that and that from Arsenal. It doesn't really make that much sense. So one can understand his reasoning if he feels like, look, if I can't go to Arsenal, let me go to their worst competitors. Let me go to their worst adversaries. Anyhow, we'll see how that goes. All we know is that between now and the weekend, when the league starts, we'll know where Eberechi will end up. Whether he will still remain at Crystal Palace. My dream and my prayers is, if he's not coming to Arsenal, let him stay back at Crystal Palace. But the problem is that Crystal Palace is no longer going to be playing in the Europa League. They've been bundled down to the Conference League because, according to reports, the owner also owns another club in Spain. It's a big shame. Guys, I said let me bring this through. Manchester City also is making big moves, to snap up Rodrigo, even though that really it's not my bother. It's not my cup of tea any longer. To the point where they are now that discussions have been held between them and Real Madrid, but the player still remains in love with Real Madrid. So we see how that one will end as well. I hope that he remains at Real Madrid instead of coming to any Premier League rival, not Man City, not Liverpool, not Chelsea. Guys, other reports is that it's looking very, very, very likely that Trossard may leave, so that Arsenal will be able to fund Eze's transfer. But I thought that with Vieira, Fabio Vieira, and Reece Nelson leaving, that they will have enough funds, even Kivio as well, and Alexander Zinchenko. I thought that these 4 players leaving would have brought in the required funds. But if the good thing there is that if Trossard is leaving, at least we'll have the players that are coming in will be able to fulfill the expectations we Arsenal fans have of Trossard. The things he was done. The players that will come in may do better or perform better. Anyhow, let's talk again tomorrow. So let me bring that to your attention. Guys, I think we need to discuss how we think Arsenal season, is going to start. Guys, we have 6 very powerful, very tough matches to negotiate. And you know how these things are. The number of points you acquire in the beginning goes a long way towards the end. Out of the 6 games we have, I believe that we are capable of acquiring maximum points, If not those 18 points, at least we'll be able to acquire maximum points. That's my opinion. That's how I see it. We begin at Manchester United, I think. Then Leeds United will visit us. Then following Leeds, we are away again, I think, to Liverpool. Yes, then after Liverpool, we play Nottingham Forest at home. Then Man City and Newcastle will follow. So guys, there's no breathing space here. This is serious. And the way we start determines how far we can go. Most pundits are tipping Arsenal to finally win the league. I pray it happens that way. To me, I believe our biggest issues have always been mental. If we can conquer that mental aspect of our game, we will excel. Guys, let's talk tomorrow. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please, I'm begging of you, subscribe. Give us the opportunity to improve as we go along. We are the gunners. Always remember to stand head and shoulders above others, because we deserve that. And we'll always walk through the stone for our team. Let's pray that the transfer season ends very positively for us all. Until then, keep being who you are. God bless.